Akira live action is... Yeah, it's over. Now, I hear you asking, dude, you say dude, we see thumbnails like this every flippin' day. What are you talking about and why should we care? Is it about the death knell of the theater experience? The creative vacuum in Hollywood that would make Linda Lovelace herself blush? Is it about the future of this channel? Well, the fact that you see thumbnails like this all the time is part of the problem, and the answer to all of those questions is yes.
Bloody hell. I'm not even in this one, am I?
Now, you've all been hearing the same thing for the last couple months from your favorite creators.
For me, people are being unsubscribed unwillingly. They're not finding my videos. They tell me that they don't get notified despite having all of their notifications on their YouTube app and on this channel.
I think all of us here are pretty concerned about this downturn in viewership. Like, we're seeing maybe a 50% viewership drop. So we went from 1.5, 2 million views per video to down to like 1 million.
It started back on August 13th when they dropped a new AI update, and my Ninja Gaiden Ragebound Fully Ramblematic that came out that very day saw unusually low views, like it didn't crack 100k for over a week. That was unheard of for my stuff.
There has been an abnormal drop in views on all of their channels, allegedly a site-wide decline in views, seemingly out of nowhere.
But a lot of channels are too small to make any noise. Thankfully, there have been some bigger channels like Moist Critical that has, picked up on the story and gotten these people reinstated. But it's pretty shocking and, it's scary as a YouTuber because really Google can just snap away your channel for any reason at any time.
Nothing changed in like the type of content and all of that until one day in particular, across the board on every channel. August 10th. That is Judgment Day for YouTube channels where the views just got fucking smited, and it seems like something changed on the back end that has now led to this net decrease in views for pretty much every channel on the platform.
No, it turns out views are down across the channel, and also across YouTube.
I want you to specifically look at your views from device type in August, specifically around the August 9th to 12th period, because that is the date range the desktop views specifically fall out of correlation with the other device types and become consistently lower. 12,000 per day drop to 6,000 per day over 4 days and then remain at that.
Let's take a peek under the hood here. I did exactly what Josh said. 90 days device type views, and everything follows the same correlation that it usually does. And then August 10th, the next day, bang.
Yep, on August 10th, YouTube flipped a switch. And even on a channel this small, the effect was noticeable. But like everyone else, I didn't know what the hell was going on because, of course, YouTube isn't going to overtly announce things they know will be hostile to the creator environment.
I think that this actually has to do with YouTube maximizing their revenue, getting rid of channels that they think are potentially dead weight or under-monetized or could cause them problems, and they're using this AI moderation.
On August 10th, the algorithm that everyone has been tuning all of their videos to for the last 20 years went away, and it was replaced by Gemini, and it signaled the beginning of the end.
It's auto-flagged, so that means, as everyone knows, it's all just AI fucking bots. Just auto, they're putting AI descriptions in all the videos now. It's just the AI determines this is demonetizable and immediately demonetizes it right even before you can upload it.
My views went down. My subs went down. I had people complaining that they'd been unsubbed against their will, just like everyone else.
My videos don't show up on the homepage much anymore. They don't show up in recommended much anymore. My products don't show up.
For years, YouTube worked because there were actual humans somewhere in the machine. Humans making judgment calls, humans fixing mistakes, humans stopping the system from eating itself. Now, YouTube has fired most of them, handed the keys to Gemini, and wandered off to count all the money. Today, we're talking about how that decision is gutting creators, flattening content, and possibly setting YouTube on a path it doesn't come back from.
This year, YouTube has purged over 12 million 12 million channels. They've demonetized others. In fact, I saw Midnight's Edge got demonetized and one of his accounts has been banned.
They want to be the new Netflix, and they're not even hiding it. Think about it. The original algorithm was based solely on viewer response, click-through rate, watch time, engagement. Well, I'm sure some of those characteristics are still kind of in play. It's been replaced by an AI that is now completely aware of every frame of your video, my tone, my expressions, everything. This gives YouTube ultimate control. If they want Disney ad dollars, and there's a channel like this one out there that constantly slams Disney for their relentless stream of hot garbage, guess what happens to this channel? But this doesn't just make the small channels go away. Everyone is affected. The greater the greed, the greater the need for control. They don't want another Mr. Beast. He's too big and too powerful. Watch, the next big star they have will be on their terms, under their control. Once upon a time, YouTube was absolute chaos. Beautiful, stupid, unpredictable chaos. You could upload a shaky video, say something dumb, say something smart, say something controversial, and people liked it, or they didn't. It spread, not because a machine approved it, but because other humans did. There were moderators, real ones, people who could look at a video and say, yeah, that's clearly a joke, or no, that's not harmful, or okay, this report is nonsense. Were they perfect? Of course not. But at least there was an actual brain involved. Now, it's Gemini, Google's all-knowing, all-seeing AI overlord. And if you think that thing understands humor, context, or basic human behavior, I have a bridge to sell you. Creators are waking up to demonetization notices that make no sense. Videos removed with zero explanation. Appeals denied instantly, sometimes faster than it would take a human to blink. Support emails that read like they were generated by a fridge with Wi-Fi. That's not YouTube being lazy, that's YouTube being automated. Here's the reality. YouTube is replacing people with prediction software. Gemini doesn't ask, is this good? It asks, will this keep someone watching long enough to serve another ad? That's it. That's the whole brain. The old system had its flaws, sure, but humans could intervene. They could course correct. They could admit when something broke. Gemini doesn't do that. It just doubles down harder. AI doesn't understand jokes. It doesn't understand sarcasm. It doesn't understand cultural nuance. It understands patterns and probabilities, and it treats everything outside those patterns as a threat. That's why creators are walking on eggshells. They're avoiding words. They're cutting jokes. They're censoring themselves mid-sentence like they're defusing a bomb because one wrong phrase and the machine panics. But this is a system that can adapt and learn what workaround terms like self-delete, unalive, all of those words are, and they will treat them the same as the original the second it learns them. There will be no new vocabulary to combat this. This is what happens when you let an emotionless system police human expression. You don't get safety, you get paranoia. And let's talk about the humans who used to keep this thing running. YouTube has been quietly shrinking its moderation and review teams for years. Outsourcing, downsizing, automating. What used to be reviewed by people now gets stamped and approved or rejected by Gemini in seconds. If the AI says no, that's usually the end of it. No appeal that matters, no explanation that helps, no accountability when it's wrong. And surprise, surprise, it's wrong. A lot. That creates a massive trust problem. Creators don't trust the platform. Advertisers don't trust placement. Viewers don't trust recommendations to show them anything new or interesting. Everyone loses, except the spreadsheet, but long term, that's going to lose too. Now here's where it gets really ugly. Gemini doesn't just decide what gets promoted, it decides what gets buried. No notification, no strike, no warning, your video just disappears into the void. No impressions, no reach, no chance. That's not failure, that's algorithmic execution without a trial. And you're not even told what crime you committed. This brings us to the real problem. YouTube doesn't want creators anymore. Let me say that again. YouTube does not want creators anymore. Creators are messy. They complain. They have opinions. They don't always fit neatly into advertiser-friendly boxes. AI does not complain. AI scales infinitely. AI works 24/7. AI never asks awkward questions about fairness or transparency. From a corporate point of view, it's perfect. From a creative point of view, it's a disaster. Because once Gemini controls discovery, moderation, monetization, and enforcement, YouTube stops being a platform and becomes a filter. Only content that fits the model survives. That's why everything looks the same now. Same thumbnails, same titles, same fake shocked expressed faces, same 10-minute pacing designed to milk retention graphs. Creators aren't copying each other, they're copying what the machine rewards. And when originality gets punished, the most interesting people leave. We've seen this movie before. Facebook optimized itself into irrelevance. Instagram turned into a TikTok clone. TikTok's already heading down the same road. Every platform thinks it's immune. None of them are. Now YouTube is sprinting down that path with Gemini strapped to its back. Here's the part YouTube won't say out loud. It doesn't actually need human creators anymore. It just needs content. AI written scripts, AI generated voices, AI edited videos, AI created thumbnails. Gemini can already help generate all of it. Full AI channels are popping up everywhere, and once advertisers realize they can get safe content without unpredictable humans, guess who becomes expendable? Creators. Replaceable, risky, inconvenient. Why deal with people when machines never step out of line? This is why people are saying YouTube is ending. Not because the site will vanish, but because whatever replaces it won't feel human anymore. It'll be clean, optimized, safe, and utterly soulless. And before someone jumps in with, AI isn't evil, yeah, you're right. It's not evil. It's worse. It's indifferent. It does exactly what it's told, even when what it's told is stupid. Especially when it's stupid. The real failure is that YouTube handed it absolute control without meaningful human oversight. No empathy, no common sense, no real appeals process, just math deciding what culture looks like. And culture doesn't work that way. You can't spreadsheet creativity, you can't algorithm humor, you can't automate authenticity. So, what happens now? Either YouTube realizes it's hollowing itself out and puts humans back in charge, yeah right, or creators slowly pull away, taking their audiences with them. And that's already happening. People are building newsletters, private communities, subscription platforms, Patreon, anywhere their work isn't one algorithm away from extinction, because nobody wants their career decided by a black box that can't explain itself.
It's getting real dire these days, and I truly do not see a future on this platform. So, I don't know. I guess just let YouTube know. If you're still watching YouTube, let YouTube know somehow that this is just fucking horse shit. And, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I think it's a sinking ship. And, I don't know how much longer I'm sticking around. It's a real drag.
Sure, there's Odyssey and Rumble, but neither of those have the scale or monetization systems to compete. Yet. YouTube is a virtual monopoly, but they're putting themselves into a position ripe for someone to come in and offer an alternative. I would do it myself if I had the money. Oh my God, yes I would. Start a new video platform with the right creator-centric systems in place, and the migration would happen virtually overnight. This isn't the end of the video. It's not the end of creators, but it might be the end of YouTube as the messy human platform it used to be. The one they spent billions of dollars to buy. And once that trust is gone, no amount of AI optimization brings it back. Stay fresh, cheese bags.